Ah! Hello, brothers and sisters of light, and welcome to my page where basically my common sense I'm trying to keep it down in the nitty gritty under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, I'm very. That's intermission. Fucking important. And not important to liberals, libertarians, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people who just can't think outside the box. Listeners' discretion is advised. I do not cater to the masses of asses. Only to the elites who have the ability to pay attention to my non-monotone voice. I am too animated to be monotone, but I may sound annoying and cringy to beta alphas. Yes. People tell me put some bass in my voice, and I'm like, what the fuck? Mike Tyson has a higher pitch than I do. Who else has a higher pitched voice and it will fuck you up? I can't think of too many, but I know Mike Tyson sounds kind of course he's illiterate, okay, he can't read, okay, but he'll fuck me up and I better keep my mouth shut, okay. But anyway, be careful, because someone who may sound soft may have the biggest bite. Be careful how you think, your logic. You're not educated enough. I'm not educated in everything, no, but I'm a Renaissance man, more than most of you. I dibble and dabble in every little thing, okay, every little thing. That's why I always have something to talk about. I sometimes jump from here to here to here. That's because I'm schizo. And I'm far more interesting than most people on the internet because no one is like me. Okay? Everyone is unique in their own fashion. I do get to the point, but sometimes I can go off the deep end sometimes. Okay? So that's a part of me being special. Everybody's special. But let's get on with the subject today. Today's subject, okay, will be about America's burdens. I don't know how to title this. But I can't stand when people talk about America when most of the world wants to come to America. Because the greatest thing about America is its diversity. So let's keep that very clear and sharp and precise. It also has an arsenal of weapons that can destroy pretty much any country and probably a continent if enough nukes is dropped, because only America in history in August 3rd and also 1945 and also August the 3rd, they dropped 2 bombs. They didn't even need to drop 2 bombs, okay, the atomic bomb was the first one to be dropped by American soil because of the Japanese who attacked first, okay. Japanese did it. They said we awoke the sleeping giant. We understand this. When America is in danger, everybody's differences change. We don't no longer think, okay, politics and Republicans no, there's no such thing. Due to history in America, this is how powerful America is. When people, they have connections outside the country. So there are other countries already for America. Maybe the French, maybe the British, okay, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure they have allies. America has allies. And the one thing I'm certain about is that Hitler fell because the Americans and the Russians. So we got to understand how powerful America is. America must spend trillions of dollars on its arsenal and must spend a lot of money to protect itself and the people because there's too much diversity here. There's too much evolution here. Everybody wants to come, but there's a handful of people who knows what's going on. And those individuals who knows what's going on and why Americans are being poisoned, you don't want to attack America. You want to come into America using your knowledge, okay, your raison d'etre, and come and then fix the problems from within. But if you're ignorant, you don't understand that there's more whites in America than any other minorities. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Okay, sometimes you have to use force in order to obtain such a thing. America has such a terrible past, but we're not focused on the history of America here. Every country has had their slaves and chaos and from the past. Okay, and please stop talking about America if you have no knowledge. Please don't do that. I once wanted to stay in Ethiopia simply because I felt more safe there. It's that simple. I felt more safe because my wife can't take advantage of me. But now the voices in the Holy Spirit has told me I had to do things. I had to do it. Okay? You gotta listen to them voices, dark or light. If you don't listen to them, no, you don't listen to the dark ones. The dark ones is just a test. I tell schizophrenics all of the time. Okay, they testing you, man. You can call them whatever you want. You can call them demons. You can call them fucking dark sides. Whatever you go. Like, I don't care what kind of name you name your fucking demons, but you have to fight back. Because more men hear this schizophrenic voice and then they kill themselves because they're pathetic. Who the fuck are you to kill yourself? You're just gonna be reborn right back here in a lower formation, lower vibrational, and possibly you're gonna have to learn from that point. You're gonna have to suffer and understand what this reality is about. But I digress here. I don't want to keep getting off the subject because I'm schizo and I'm more interesting than most people out there. Okay, so I'm much like America has great burdens. Now I'm gonna tell you some things what America does. America distributes poison. They have to do such a thing to keep certain things in order and keep in check. And it's not the people's fault. Okay, it's the handful of people who are in America. Hallelujah. Who must do these things because they see a problem which will affect most of Americans. Once the government says, "Oh, we taking over America," no, that's not going to happen. There's not going to be no forced vaccinations. None of that. If the people says no, if there's enough people saying no, it's not going to happen. I don't believe a forced vaccination thing is going to occur because white people are most of the ones who's taking advantage of the system anyway in the first place. All right. So in another country, however, it's called collateral damage. And if you're in one of these countries that there's some sort of conflict with America, I don't want to be there. All right, I just don't want to be there. I don't give a fuck if it's Dubai. Though I do want to go to Dubai. Okay, Dubai to me is like the golden America, and they have enough money to build all sorts of weapons, but they don't understand that they're gonna need a lot more money because we got too many more white people who are more richer than they are. Okay. But of course, they want to mark up their price. I don't know how their economy works, and I goddamn sure don't understand how a piece of chicken is worth $1 million. I have no idea. But please understand this. Sometimes some countries may get hit and attacked because you're in the way, okay? And you're gonna have to find out. Like I heard this story, and before the Japanese was Nagasaki and Hiroshima was bombed. Hiroshima and Nagasaki was bombed. They was given pamphlets. If you ever receive a letter saying, please leave the premises, and then your government tells you, okay, don't just ignore that. That's cat and tail or some shit like that. I would be kind of scared. And pamphlets was floating. I'm like, who dropped these pamphlets? If Japanese don't have enough technology to knock some shit out of the air, you should listen to that pamphlet. Because that's exactly how come over 200,000 Japanese got killed because they just ignored the pamphlets. And I couldn't believe that. I saw this story in the Black and White movie. It's called The Black and White. And remember how powerful America is. They have technologies that supersedes what we understand in logic and comprehension skills. We have Area 51, the area in Nevada, okay? No Americans can even go to those areas. Think about what the protection of American services are. They have shit that we can't even touch. I can't go nowhere there. Imagine how top secret they have UFO technologies. You don't do no research on America, but you want to talk down on America? But do you understand that English is the most superior fucking language in the world? But you don't want? It doesn't make any sense to talk about America. Now I have a lot of respect for other countries because it's more peaceful in a sense. Okay, unless you go to Venezuela or some other country that's broken up into multiple pieces because they didn't follow the superiors of other countries. I don't know. But you better do your research if you go into another country, okay? All right, because I'm not trying to get robbed. I don't get robbed in another country. I don't have anything on me, man. I'm not trying to be a slave. I don't want to be a slave, okay? I'm useless as a slave, okay? I've worked as a slave in this fucking country for pennies on a motherfucking dollar. All right? Understand that America's balanced in the seasons, okay? Winter, spring, summer, fall. Most countries don't have these things, all 4 seasons. Canada mostly has a fucking winter. It's mostly winter over there. Think about that. So collateral damage is necessary for America to do, and it's not the American people. So when Americans talk, they talk out of their nose. They don't know what's going on. I don't know why Bin Laden got killed. I don't know anything about the man. All right, I just know he was a terrorist, and they posted on the fucking media, just like any other country. So don't attack the people, okay? That's all I really want to say. I don't know how I'm gonna title this video, but I'm just gonna basically say America's burdens. Okay, it's represented as an eagle. Okay, they say it's a dirty bird, but who gives a? Everything is fucking dirty to me. Okay, a bear is dirty. Okay, a snake is dirty. I'm like, how the fuck are you? Okay. Don't tell me some shit. There's a whole bunch of animals in America. You don't know. Each state represents a fucking flower or some fucking animal, just like every other country. So don't dictate. You know what America has that's greater than most countries? Diversity and the Bill of Rights. The Constitution, okay? Please understand that. There were other countries that tried to take over and they failed. Okay, so basically, let's keep your mouth shut, please. You know, if you're from another country, keep your mouth shut and just get educated. Because I'm not talking about your country. I don't know shit that's going on in your country. I believe that other countries are far more peaceful than America. Okay, I lived in the fucking urban areas and development areas where they had guns and niggas be killing each other. Black Americans kill each other at an alarming rate. That's why their numbers stay down. They don't like education. Okay, they kill themselves because they don't like education. It's that simple. Okay, well, I lived there, motherfuckers. Okay, all right. I've talked to the hoes who the single mothers and the fathers, the porch niggas that sit. I sat there, I tried to talk to them. They didn't want to hear. But then when you hear someone like Candace Owens and fucking Larry Elder speak, or fucking Thomas, they can't gravitate towards that shit. Because they refuse it. They simply refuse it. They just want milk and eggs, dog. But anyway, I digress. I've been talking over 10 minutes now here. Other than that, I love you all, but I hate the many of you. Understand the burdens of America and the most destructive force there is. And if you're in the path, get the fuck out. It's like the fucking Risk game. Get out of the way. There's a whole lot of fucking brilliant people here in America you don't want to fuck with. And they try to kill them off. Even America tries to kill them off because it's like liberalism is a mental disorder, but, you know, people think they have it up there, but they don't, okay? There's a reason why we have to have mass destruction sometimes, okay? And I'm not doing the mass destruction. It's the small group of people in the government. All right? They think for the best interest of America, and they don't want to see America fall because it's the freest world. It's called the free world. Understand you have a right to say all sorts of crazy shit. Nobody won't come after you unless it's something terroristic. Use your fucking raison d'etre. Peace.